Hello everyone, I'm Tax Shadow, and welcome back to a new series. This is going to be Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, which happens to be a Nintendo game. I did not know Nintendo made this, because I had a few friends recommend this game to me, because apparently it does some really freaky things, and some really interesting things, which, as I keep mentioning, I love unique concepts, so this has something which stands above the rest. I gotta check it out. So, anyways, I also heard it's kind of like a psychological horror, so I'm prepared to see some things and get messed up. But, anyways, the beginning of this actually had a very lovely quote by one of my favorite poets, Edgar Allan Poe. So I recommend you to try this game because that was an actually lovely quote. And then the mentioning of the companies and such did spook me a bit. So I'm excited to get into this game and quite interesting, I see there. It's flesh,
bone, bound together with the oddest magical incantation.
Oh,
This wretched book is where it all began so long ago.
what book?
Before humanity.
Oh,
I am Dr. Edward Roivas.
so
I am
that
a
three times
clinical
fast.
psychologist. I am also dead.
Oh, that's
This is
just
not my story, nor even the story of the Roivas
a dead
family.
narrator. That's just always
It's the
fun.
story of humanity. Like it or not, believe it or not, as you will. Your perceptions will not change reality, but simply color it. Humanity has been on the edge of extinction for 2 millennia.
Is that a skull?
Ignorant of so much, and dependent on so few. The Guardians grow restless. Their time, once again, near. Whether by fate or misfortune, my family has crossed their path, and they didn't take kindly to it.
Ooh,
Their attention turns to my granddaughter, for she is the last of my line, and the last hope for humanity.
ooh. Ugh. Hope it doesn't do that too much. But, that was a very interesting and wait a second. Wait, whoa! Wait a second. What the gun controls? Okay, shoot! Owie! Shoot! Okay, don't even tell me the controls. Just let me learn by experience. Okay, shoot. Okay. That's rude. Grandpa? I can only assume that's the granddaughter, because, I mean, they just said that his granddaughter's the last one in the line, which, first of all, was that, like, a thing of skulls on that book? And I hope the green effect doesn't do that too much. But,
yeah, who's this?
and then Guardians? There's just so many questions. A dead narrator?
I'm sorry to
What's that?
disturb you, but there's been an accident with your grandfather.
I'll be on the next flight out.
Dang it, Grandpa. Why were you drinking again? No late night parties. Dang it, Grandpa.
Ah, Miss Roivas. I'm pleased to meet you. Trust you had a pleasant trip?
Also,
Yeah,
this camera
I'm
size is really weird.
Yes, my condolences. This
Like, other times the
was
camera is...
unpleasant.
So,
It's a shame we couldn't meet under brighter circumstances.
Yes, it is. Can we get this over with, please?
Of course, this way. But I must warn you, it's not a pleasant sight.
whenever there is a murder
I'm
scene, a
afraid
pleasant
there's
sight.
Not much to see.
Let me see the graphic details. Let me see. That's a lot of blood.
Miss Roivas, is that your grandfather, Edward?
Yes, it's him.
That was a lot of
It's wearing our
blood.
family ring. I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check dental records or something? What is wrong with you?
Our fingerprints? DNA? When was this? When does this take place?
It's my job, lady. You're the only living relative, and no, we can't check dental records. There's no head. No, none of this makes sense. There's no sign of intrusion, and there was certainly a lot of force used here. I've never seen anything like this in my 20 years on the force.
I rather like my head, so I'd rather not lose it.
The body, and what's left doesn't say much. Ugh, we don't have a single clue.
Well, you better find out who did this. I'm not leaving Rhode Island until you do. There must be some clue in this old mansion revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I.
Determined.
I wish I had some.
2 weeks later. Shocked by grandfather's mysterious death and frustrated by the incompetence of the local police, Alex vows to uncover the truth. She decides to search the mansion, the place where Edward conducted his research. If there was a tie to his past and possibly a tie to his murderer, it would be here. Alright, so let's see now. Movement controls seem pretty... Well, this is a very nice house, actually. But no, there's so many questions after that cutscene. The last weak rays of sunlight fight the shroud of darkness. It lands an eerie feel to the last few weeks' events. As the sun sets, Alex will be alone in this house, with nothing but the spirits of old for company. What? It's an empty house. Man, we're not pretty loaded. This is a big house for one person. A clock. The beat of a carriage clock. Those hands appear to be stuck, yet the clock continues to tick. What was that? You guys hear that? But the time parameter is set to 3:33. Hey! What you talking about me? I'm looking at a clock. Is that really weird? There is a key in the back of the clock, presumably for winding it. Should Alex look at the key? Yes. Ooh, Alex picks up the desk clock and pulls the key from it. However, there is something odd about the key. It isn't for winding at all. It looks like a dresser key. Ooh, I found a key. Huh. Neat. Punch. Chop. What's this? Portraits of the ancestral Ravas line the foyer walls. Their faces reveal a dark, brooding edge. There is something about each one that gives the viewer an unsettling feeling. I mean, it kind of looks like those creeping hands along the edges where her face is. So, some subliminal imagery, maybe? What's in this place, actually? What's in this house? Can I run? Oh, sweet. Let's explore this house. Looks like I'm in the kitchen, I think. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone is in the kitchen with me. But my name's not Dinah. It's Alex. Yeah. There's a fire going in the fireplace, but there's nobody here. That seems rather unsafe. Or maybe somebody's tending it. Maybe somebody's tending the fire. Maybe somebody is. What's this thing? If you're gonna keep whispering, might as well read this for me. A wooden plaque is fastened to the door, taking the place of the lock. The colored sigil is carved into the wood above a wide slot. The slot is just wide enough to insert a narrow blade. I mean, it also shows a blade on the thing, so I could probably infer that there is where a blade goes. But I'm gonna get out of this kitchen. Those voices are creeping me out. Let's see now. Punch. That does nothing. That does nothing. What's this do? Oh, okay. There's an eyeball. This function allows the manipulation of inventory items within the current room. This function allows the current character to ready a weapon. What happened to my shotgun? Allows the examination of objects within the inventory. Pressing LR allows switching back and forth between sections within the face. Huh. So I have a dresser key and a second floor key. And I can see that eye looking at me. And there's a glowing sigil. See now. Oh. Oh. The eye changes. And the sigil changes. And that's a very nice map layout. The procession of flesh and bone. Cinema. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, I can actually watch the, looks like I might be able to watch the opening cinematics. Oh! Controller, display, load, and save. I guess I save here? Audio? That's an interesting, photo there. I'm gonna get out of here. There's a second floor key. But what's down here, actually? I want to see what's in this place right now. Open door. Huh. Door right there. What's this? What's over here? Examine. Then, in the warm glow of the candlelight, the Roivas family tree hangs from the wall. Shadows flitter across its surface, obscuring the detail. If one looks closely, the family secrets are revealed. Oh. I see that. There's a man hanging in the tree from the left. Oh, it looks like the family secret suicide? So did Grandpa commit suicide? Grandpa, I told you to take your pills. I mean, wait a second. How could you give him a suicide and cut his head off? That doesn't make sense. I don't think it's suicide. That doesn't add up. And there's all these bookcases, but I can't look at any of the books. Are you kidding me? What's this? Sorting through the books, Alex sees one that seems to be placed differently than all the others, as if drawing attention to itself. Curious, she examines it. Upon the inside cover, shaky handwriting shapes numbers 333. The same time that was on the... The same time that was on the grandfather clock, or the clock in there. She replaces the book. Oh. These books contain the history of the Rivers family genealogy, birth and death records, deeds and writs. Rivers' history is a troubled one, as Mediterranean immigrants, the earlier Rivers, were shunned by other settlers in North America, suspected of witchcraft. Witchcraft? The Roivas were convicted during the witch hunts, forcing them into hiding. As memories faded, the Roivas rebuilt. Oh, okay, that makes so much sense with the hanging. The Salem witch trials. That makes sense. With if you were, it's probably there on the same time. If you were suspected of being a witch, you were basically killed. You were just you were basically giving a very brief trial in which, if you kept trying to proclaim you weren't, they didn't believe you, and even most of the times if you were just convicted of being a witch, they just usually went to killing you, usually by hanging. And so the guy hanging in the tree does actually, I mean, that would fit the witchcraft trial sort of history. The books in the corner seem to focus on the supernatural. The writings of Poe, Lovecraft, the poetry of Blake, the art of Bosch, everything with a tie to ethereal horror or fantasy. It is all here, a reference elaborate to the arcane. Was this Alex's grandfather's secret hobby? I mean, if everybody is into witchcraft and such, I mean, maybe. And there was a quote about Poe, like I said, which you guys should all check out. So, I mean, I guess it might be her grandfather's secret hobby. It's this way. Huh. Examine. Desk. There's no, like, details? Examine. Painting. Clock. Detail. The looming grandfather clock seems to stand ominously in the corner. gazing on this empty room with an almost patriarchal air. Use to adjust the clock hands. Wait a second. What time was on the clock and in the book with shaky handwriting? 3:33. I did something. A secret passage. Ha ha ha! There was secrets in this house. There was secrets in this house. Let's I guess check them out. There's a long corridor in your house, Grandpa. I don't like it. Is this a study? Is this a study? I see the ominous book on the table. But let's have a examine. A small shrine of candles. The placement appears to be very deliberate, matching the etchings on the table and the wall's illustration. The candles are unlit. A diabolic darling of a stack of human bodies, each one cemented into place. What twisted psyche could have executed this drawing? Though disturbing, it is meticulously rendered down to the subtlest detail. The precise anatomy of fractured bones and the convolutions of spines and ribs entwined into a mesmerizing sight. Oh god, that sounds like something out of the book of Human Centipede or something. Oh. A sword. For the door, maybe? An ancient Roman weapon, a gladius. Is on display above the fireplace mantel. A token of eclectic junk. It's a sword. It's a weapon. One to be taken and appreciated. There's a bizarre picture of drawing of a cyclopean city. Its immense architecture bathed in a unnatural fog. The detail is incredible. As Alex studies it, she can almost imagine the city's inhabitants. Cyclopeans? Cyclops? I don't know. Painting of a jungle-shrouded building. It seems to be a temple in Asia, perhaps from Thailand or Cambodia. So a bunch of old stuff. What's this? I examine something, I think. This looks like some kind of mask. Hey! Is it the masker speaking to me? The face is serene in composure with a faint hint of smile tugging at the corners of the mouth and eyes closed in deep meditation. Maybe it is speaking to me. The Gothic cathedral is silhouetted against a stark light. The image is vicious and devoid of subtlety. Every brushstroke echoes the spikes of the architecture. I'm viewing a violent feeling as though the building itself is a harsh imposition of reality, a grim picture indeed. One you can barely see. So he's an art collector? The aged page sets inside a glass frame hangs on the wall. An insane scribbling covers the page, incomprehensible to Alex. Perhaps if Alex had some kind of tome, it could be deciphered. Well, just so happens there's a tome right here. A large leather-bound antique book rests upon the colored desk. Should Alex read the book? Well, let me think about this. It's the book which looks to be like my inventory. It's glowing. It has a prompt of me that I should do something to it. And it was mentioned in the intro cinematic. So, no, I should totally read the book. Just go back home and my grandfather died. I go to his funeral. Yes, I should read it. What horrors do you have for me? Oh! Yeah, it's horrific, alright.
I had no knowledge of what was to come, nor did I care. How the knowledge changed me, it will also change you. As you read this, you will come to learn fear as I have. You too will come to understand, or you will perish.
think that once I could not see beyond the veil of our reality, to see those who dwell behind. My life now has purpose, for I have learned the frailty of flesh and bone. I was once a fool. Viris quies candam est, viris conservandi. Facusatis aquae summa, et animus eorum confirma. Ut nehuis
Oh, I cannot.
diasit modo prima multarum, si ingetum conficiamus.
Quam primum, Centurio Augustus.
Oh.
I would like to compliment you once more on your battle tactics. Our enemies did not have a chance. Do
So I
you
just switched to
believe
English?
it really exists, Centurion?
I do not doubt our Emperor's beliefs, or his orders. But if we are to retrieve the artifact, then we must be strong and patient.
This is a very nice book. No. Hey, that looks like a Gladius. Wait a second. So I'm in Rome? Wait a second. I don't want to know this. What's speaking to us? Are those the whispers from the house? That's some pretty freaky Stonehenge. Huh. What? Where'd he go? What the? Wait a second. It's just like that? I'm playing as Augustus? What is this? What? First I was reading a book. Getting arcane, horrible knowledge. And now I'm a Roman with a sword in a temple? For being transported from Stonehenge? What is this? Well, as my brain takes time to process this, I think this is a good spot to take a little break. So far the game is, one, looking great. A little, kind of... I think I'm getting a handle on the story, but it's still not clear to me right now. Like, was I supposed to go back and open the door with the sword first? Or am I going to go back there? Do I need to do this first? I don't know. Did I miss things? If I miss things, please leave a comment in the section below for those who know this game. Like I said, I do not know this game, except that it's supposed to be really good. And right now, it's definitely getting in some freaky vibes, which I'm liking so far. So, if you like this, leave a comment in the section below, leave a like, and subscribe for more content, please. I'll be producing a few videos every week, and if you like my content or want to help me improve my content, subscribing to see what I put out and being able to see it grow would be a nice way. But other than that, in the next time, we'll explore as this Roman dude and see where it takes us. So, catch you later.